everybody, it's Phili from Create and Curate here, and it is the last Christmas video, but it's a good one. It is a good one. I have made 4, count them, 4 Christmas outfits. We've got one for me, one for hubby, one for the 9-year-old, one for the 6-year-old. The 12 and the 15-year-old didn't want any outfits, but I'm not offended. That's okay. So, who wants to see what I've been making? Let's go. Oh my days, I've been on an absolute sewing whirlwind this week. It's really nice to be able to get it all done, but also it was a bit stressful because we had like some events that we had to wear stuff for, and hubby had like Christmas jumper day, and I was like, no, you must wear a Christmas shirt. So then he was like, oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, so I'm trying to get it through the sewing machine as quickly as possible, and he's just like, I can wear a jumper if you like. No, I've bought this fabric especially, and I've cut the pattern out, you're gonna wear it. So that was a bit stressful, but we managed it. Anyway, let me tell you all about my makes. So the first one was my 6-year-old's dress. Now, I did do a step-by-step video of how to make that dress. So if you want to go and have a look at that, I'll pop a card up in one of these corners somewhere so that you can go back and have a look. It's actually a 2-parter because there was some bits with it that were a bit fiddly. And I thought, do you know what, I'll show people how to work those out, so that's a bit more detailed than this quick run around, but let me show you the dress. Literally eat her. Oh, I love her so much. Like the little elasticated cuffs are just, they really make it, don't they? I think the only thing I did wrong with it was 2 things I did wrong. First one, I put the skirt on the wrong way. So I put it on, so it was seam and seam front and back, as opposed to seam and seam side to side with the skirt. But really, because it was so gathered, it didn't really make much difference. And as I was ripping the buttonholes, I got a bit too eager and went straight through it. So I had to then sew all that back together up at the top. But it looks absolutely fine. She wore it for her nativity, and she's been wearing it, well actually she's been wearing it non-stop, which is a little bit gross. I don't know if we're going to make it to Christmas Day because it is a bit smelly. But do you know what? It's Christmas, so we can be as smelly as we like, right? Anyway, the dress was, I'm just looking at my notes, it was the Sweet Rose dress by Life So Savoury. It's a free pattern and it's so good. She does it from age 2 to 10, I think. And honestly, so easy to follow and so straightforward that I really, really enjoyed making it. And I'm definitely, seeing as how much she wants to wear it all the time, I'm definitely going to be making a lot more. I made this one, the Christmas one, I made it in a poly cotton that was from Trago. Again, I've got a video on the fabric haul from Trago. It had little dashings on it, which was really cute. And then I managed to find the buttons as well. They were little doggy buttons from Hobbycraft, and they were like 4 for less than £2, which I thought was really, really good value. But yeah, overall, I just think it's brilliant. On to the next dress. Now this one is for my 9-year-old, and I kind of wanted something that was like, that wasn't too babyish, but also wasn't too grown up, because she's definitely not like a grown up. So she's in year 5, but she's definitely not a grown up year 5. I think all my girls are really comfortable in their childhoods, which is really great compared to a lot of other kids who are just desperate to grow up. So I really, really like that about it. But I did want to make this dress that was a little bit more appropriate for her age compared to, because she does have one of the Sweet Rose dresses by Life So Savoury, but I just wanted something that was a bit different for her. And because I knew I had a collar coming up with hubby's shirt, I thought I would try and do her a collar as well. I think it's come out okay. I think it doesn't sit, I'm not quite sure where it should sit, whether it should be flat and then have the little lapel bit, or whether it should be up on itself and then those bits should be, no, it definitely shouldn't be facing forward. I think I just need to press it a bit differently, that's all really. But the dress itself is called the Hattie dress, and it's by this amazing company called Violet Fields. I've never heard of them until I think I was looking on Instagram, and there was a little girl that had this lovely like massive dress. I was like, oh, that's so cute, where's that from? And when I found out it was this, like, you could buy the sewing pattern, I was like, they're amazing, where is that from? So I got a bit overexcited, and then I started like scrolling through all of them, and honestly, some of the things, if you've got a special occasion coming up and you want to make something, well, they do adult women's dresses as well, but the kids ones are just amazing, like bridesmaids dresses and christening dresses. Oh, they're so good, like really, really cute. I'm banging on. I made this one with yet again another polycotton from Trago. I had to put extra interfacing into the collar, and there was a funny thing about the buttons, because there was a placket, not a placket, is it a placket at the front? Because there was a front bit to hubby's shirt with the 9-year-old's dress, all I had to do was put some interfacing in and then fold it in on itself and sew it down. So I wasn't sure if I was expecting like an extra bit on that, but I didn't have to do it, and it made it so much easier. And to be honest, she's 9, she doesn't need like all the assembly pieces, and I think it looks fantastic. She picks the buttons herself out of our stash, so that was really, really cute. And overall it was really easy to sew. The cuffs are optional, and you can have a short sleeve version. They do a sleeveless version as well, but I don't think I'd put a kid, well, not one of my kids, in that anyway. I think it's all about what their style is really, isn't it? But overall, brilliant Christmas dress, and highly recommend Violet Fields. Should we have a look at the next one? So with hubbies, I've got mixed emotions. I love the fabric. The fabric was from Fabric Giant. I am not sure about the pattern. From here down, perfect. Love it. A little bit iffy on the old front bit, but overall fine. Worked out how to do sleeve plackets. Like, and once you get your head around them, they're really easy and they make so much sense. But when you're in it and they're saying, fold this, then do that, then do this, then do that, and you're going, I have no idea how this is going to work out. But I looked up some YouTube tutorials to see how to get it just right, and I think they kind of worked out okay. The collar is where I'm really not happy. And I was petrified of the collar, and then I put it on and I was like, this is quite easy. This is a piece of cake. Put it on, Everything fitted quite nicely. I think there's a little bit where it's a little bit too far forward to match the middle, but overall it looked really, really nice. And then he put it on, and if you've ever seen a picture of Harry Hill with his massive collars, that's what he looks like. And I was like, but it was fine until you put it on. So either he's made it grow, or I made it too big. Or it might be that it's the pattern. The pattern was the New Look let me look at my notes. New Look 6232. And it is a bit of a 90s pattern. So maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I think I'm going to try and find another shirt pattern to use in future, because it's the second time I've made that now. I made the first one for a Disney outfit, and that was just sort of out of a bed sheet, or it might have been a pair of curtains. Yeah, Disney pair of curtains. We were going to see Disney on Ice, so it wasn't like he was never ever going to wear it again. So it was sort of like a bit of a trial run. Whereas this one, it'd be great if he could keep popping it back into the cupboard and then bringing it out every year. But that collar, and I don't even know, I can't even take it apart to put it back on. Maybe I could. I don't know. If you've got any recommendations for a decent men's shirt pattern that's not, it doesn't have to be slim fit, or it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a nice men's shirt pattern that doesn't have a massive collar, that would be great. Should we move on to my dress? So I am currently wearing the thread count 1501. What happened to 1500, I hear you ask? No one ever knows. He died a terrible death and we can't speak about it anymore. But the 1501 looks like this. I know you can't see it particularly well, but you saw the video, so you get the gist. Honestly, like, the sizing with this dress blew my mind. I just could not work out how. So obviously I knew that because it's fitted here around my waist, that was going to be the most crucial measurement. So I measured that, and then I've got a C-cup piece on top, which I had to do adjustments to it. This is like, I don't know whose C-cups are going in there. Look at it. I don't know whose are going in there, but not mine. And then I probably could have done with shortening, maybe could have done with shortening it a little bit, but I'm not even convinced that that would work very well. But basically it came out that it was a size, my measurements came out at like a size 18. And then when I put it on, I was like, this is 3 sizes too big. So it was really frustrating. So then I had to take it all apart and put it all back together again. The end result has come out quite nicely. And I've written on the sewing, on the outside of the sewing pattern, I've written notes to make sure that I don't do it again, and that I make sure that I can take in here and do that there. But honestly, like, unnecessary, you know? Just, if that is the finished garment, then that should be the measurement, right? If it says that it's for a C-cup, then make it for a C-cup. Honestly, I mean, unless I've definitely not shrunk on the top half. So, honestly, just too big. Don't pay attention to, just do a twirl and make sure that you fit it right. Once I managed to take it apart and put it back together, it was really nice. And the zip at the back, I haven't put a hook and loop on it yet. I'll probably, you never do that thing where, like, you say, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do that, and then you just shove a pin in it when you go out. That'll be me. But yeah, so I think it looks really nice and it's quite pretty. Would I wear it as a normal day-to-day dress? No. Will I wear it as a pretty Christmas dress? Yes. Will I hopefully have had a boob job by the time next year comes round and I can fit into it? Also, hopefully. Who knows? And those are all of my Christmas makes. Like I said, the 12-year-old and the 15-year-old weren't really into having anything made for them, which is completely fine because it saved me a lot of time, and I just don't know what, anything I make for them, they're like, oh, thanks mum, and then it just goes in the back of the cupboards. So like, you know, I could be using that fabric for me, so I'm not going to waste it, you know what I mean? So nothing for them, unfortunately, but they're okay with it, I'm okay with it, and we are going to have a brilliant Christmas, hopefully. I really, really wish you guys have a good Christmas as well. I hope that you have a great time and that you can just rest and relax and recharge, ready for next year. It's been amazing doing these Christmas videos and I've really, really enjoyed it. And I cannot wait to see you next year. See you soon, guys. Bye.